Ladies, gents, and otherwise addicted to fence, we're here. And yes, I mean wooden fence, not drugs, you fucking degenerates. I don't know.
Well, I thought of drugs, so I'm a degenerate.
Wow, not very sanctifying.
Oof. Well, it's your boy Kirby DK here.
It is. And I am your boy Meta. We're here on Podcast 20. We've made it to 20. That means 20 weeks in a row. We will be approaching the halfway mark in another 6 episodes. So that's hypey. Something exciting. The Summer Games Fest was today. And a lot of games were announced today. We did not watch it because it's a bit of a waste of time to watch those like E3 and stuff, to be honest. It's better just to catch it afterwards. So this episode, unironically, is going to be talking about a lot of new upcoming releases, and the news stories are kept to a pretty good minimum here. Anyways, I guess we'll get into it. So Hellblade 2, I don't know if y'all ever remember Hellblade 1, which I believe came out in 2016, and it was named Senua's Sacrifice. And it was about schizophrenia, I believe, where you play as like this warrior character that has like a voice in her head, and like you go through like auditory and like visual hallucinations, and you know you're like struggling to kind of get through the world, and you have all these fights. Hellblade 2 came out. I know a lot of people like it, and I thought it was an interesting story I found was that only 10% of Xbox players have actually completed the story, which is kind of crazy. I know Hellblade came out on Game Pass, and so I think what happened is a lot of players downloaded it, and then they were like, what is this, like, psychological shit? And then they probably uninstalled. Just to be honest with you. Because the original game is, like, very much an art piece. I felt like, especially at the time when our Jim Sterling was still making good videos, and I watched his and other people play it, it seemed like very much of, like, a statement. And then I imagine this one is much the same. Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say that, I was going to say that, or bring this up, that I think maybe the, sort of the, what do you call, like, the thumbnail for the game? What do you call that? Like, the key art? For it? It kind of, it does make it look like it's maybe more of like a God of War, or like Assassin's Creed type game.
Oh yeah.
So maybe
100%.
People picked it up and like didn't realize like what it actually was. Trying to find a piece of. I'm trying to find. Oh yeah. Maybe not. I mean, like the key art for this. Yeah, it does look pretty odd.
I mean, the key art for the first one. For Senua's Sacrifice was very much like it was the character on like a black background with her face paint just staring up. Now the one for the second game is like her, it's like her with like a bunch of hands all over. It just looks odd.
It does, yeah.
And I imagine a lot of people probably, I mean, I guess the key art succeeded in that a lot of people probably downloaded it for free on Game Pass. Well, I say for free, but you know, for free on Game Pass because they thought it looked more like a combat fighter. And it is, but most of Hellblade 1 was like walking around or like paddling on a boat. I know there's a part in Hellblade 1 where you paddle on a boat for 5 minutes, I think. Unironically in a straight line, so you paddle for like a minute and then you start hallucinating. And like you're only paddling like not very far. but because you're like hallucinating and having like these like essentially like sensory overloads, it takes forever, like unironically. And so I imagine anyone that got Sinuous Sacrifice, the first one, was like, what the fuck? And I imagine this game probably has little scenes like that too.
I think an interesting thing as well is that only 52% of people made it past the first boss. And I think this happens with, a lot of games. I know I pick up games and I'll like play them to like maybe up to the first boss and then just stop for, whatever reason it may be. Maybe it just doesn't interest me. But yeah, that's kind of I feel like that kind of happens with a lot of video games. Plus nowadays, people, I don't think people really care for these types of single player games. People are all into that multiplayer stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people are, at least.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe besides like Elden Ring or a few other games. Yeah, I don't know. You want to move on to the next story? Got the
I was responding to
the Suicide Squad Justice League.
Justice
League. Eesh. So it apparently lost Warner Bros. $2 million.
As it should. It's fucking horrible.
Oh my! And $25 million more with the original 2016 movie.
Shush.
I don't know. Oh wait, which is $25 million more. Oh. So the movie lost $175 million. Well, that's good.
As it probably should have as well. I don't know in what universe Suicide Squad's ever been good, but not ours. Not on our timeline.
Yeah.
The first movie was fucking horrible.
I guess I kind of like the idea of it being like a reversal of like what a normal movie is, where it's like you're following the bad guys. But I don't know. The only character I find cool is the shark guy.
No, didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I agree. I just, I think people are done with like games like this. How many more superhero games are you gonna make? Like I don't think they do all that well, with the exception of like Spider-Man, and even that has been questionable recently. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm always down on games like this. I always feel bad shitting on them, but they're so easy to shit on, and I think people are tired of the movies too. Even just so much superhero shit always.
Oh yeah, no, I think after Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, I think after those movies, people have really sort of soured on the idea of superhero themed things. Mm-hmm. Also, I think it's the fact that they made like 20 movies before before Endgame and Infinity War.
Oh yeah, never fucking.
That kind of. Yeah, I know. Whenever people were like, "Wait, you didn't watch this before you watched that? How'd you get any of the story?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Bruh, I'm not about to watch like 20 movies before I watch this one."
Yeah, it's like, which one was first? Infinity War?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah, so I was dating this girl at the time that loved seeing like superhero movies, and so I went and saw them all. The only superhero I ever have given a damn about is Spider-Man, and all I remember is like after Infinity War being dragged to a few of the movies, I noticed like a discernible drop in like quality, and I don't know if that was because they had a bunch of heroes from like the 2010s that they had built up that were really, really good, And then after that movie, they were trying to introduce a bunch of new ones. Like, I don't know. There's just discernible drop in quality. I can only assume it has something to do with politics, something to do with like Disney, and just something to do with like people just tiring of superheroes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like anything.
I mean,
you're always gonna have stands, but
yeah. I don't know. This just, the Suicide Squad video game. It's just another one of those. Just another one of the live service failures.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, if you're gonna play like a looter shooter, there's so many games that are better than this.
I mean, hell, I would say pick up Destiny before you pick up Suicide Squad. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, we've been kind of soured by Destiny.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and if you prefer something else, I mean, there's so many other. There's like Tom Clancy games. There's Borderlands. If you prefer like the single player stories, like there's just so many better franchises that who wore it better. It's always the people that are dedicated to that singular idea. So, and that's not Marvel. Marvel's back.
Or like Helldivers 2 even.
Warner Bros. Back. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I did want to say one thing about. Also, I'm kind of in the same boat as my guy Meta. I personally don't enjoy DC comics or their characters besides like Batman and Joker. Those are the only two I really care about. And yeah, I really like Spider-Man. But which Spider-Man is your favorite? I think we'll agree on this one.
Mine, are we talking movies?
Yeah, what order? Yeah, I'm talking about the movies. What order of the actors do you like?
Oh, definitely goes Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew Garfield.
Ooh, my list exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so first off, just as, I guess while we're here, when in Rome.
I know it's a hot take.
The Amazing Spider-Man series, the one that we like the least. But the comic books and the cartoon were like not that great, and then the movie was like super Middington. I don't know what it is about him. I think it's just the way like Andrew Garfield is supposed to be kind of like the edgy Spider-Man. So it's like Tobey Maguire is like the sad, emotional Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield's like the edgy, tough Spider-Man. And then you have Tom Holland, who is just a goofball, upbeat Spider-Man. Which is, I mean, that is how Spider-Man's portrayed in all of the comics and the different series that he's in. But I think I prefer a sad Spider-Man, a nerdy, sad Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't remember too much of the Amazing Spider-Man movies or the movie that we watched, because I was so young. But I specifically like Tom Holland versus Tobey Maguire. I know a lot of people would pick Tom Holland. I think a lot of people think that Tobey Maguire is like the worst one, but I do like how Tobey Maguire. Yeah, he does cry a lot, but I think I'd rather have I guess I feel like he's more relatable than maybe Tom Holland is.
Yeah,
and I know it's probably a hot take for a lot of people. I've told people that I like Tobey Maguire over Tom Holland, and they think it's heresy.
Yeah, I mean,
you heretic.
I know. I think the only person that's ever told me it's not heresy is that girl I dated. So, only because she was into superhero stuff. So, people that are into superhero stuff always have bad take. No, I'm just kidding. They like shit media. What?
Speaking of shit media.
No, don't you dare. Alright, so the best game at Summer Games Fest was revealed, and we had to start out with this because it is the best game that was revealed. Killer Bean, baby! If you haven't watched the 2-hour release on YouTube, you should leave this video right now. No, I'm just kidding. You should.
Which I believe
you should definitely
we did,
watch
right?
it after this. We did. We watched it one night. This is whenever we were innocent boys and we had nothing better to do. I think if I rewatched it, I'd have to be high, to be honest, because it's just that good. And the game has like bullets bouncing off each other. I think it's a cutscene. And he has him like doing like a slam dunk with a grenade where he goes under the thigh and over. It's got like car drifting. It's got slow-mo mode you can activate. I mean, it's a beaut, and it's the best game coming out this year. Early access starts this summer. And more importantly, I think it's better than GTA 5. So, yeah.
Hot take.
It's
my favorite.
It's the best game.
My favorite is how there are like references in this game to the movie. That's my favorite part because I do remember quite a bit of the Killer Bean movie.
Unfortunately,
but specifically the like grenade where he grabs the grenade and he puts it under his leg and grabs it with the other arm and throws it.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a reference. There's I believe the breakdancing obviously is a reference, and then I don't remember if he shoots a bullet with another bullet. I don't remember.
I don't either. I actually think the game. Well, the game might not be. The game might actually be a recreation of the movie, but in game form.
Well, there's this new girl Bean. This new girl boss. She looks like a boss fight.
Oh, I thought you meant like a girl boss, like main character. I thought you meant like she.
No.
She was like feminist or something. Okay.
No, that's new. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is an open world game or what it is, but it is pretty sick.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Killer Bean, though, you gotta watch it.
You do. You need to right now.
You gotta get you gotta get like your guy friends over, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like 5 guys over.
I'll get butt naked.
Just
and
watch it.
What?
So,
whoa. What the fuck?
No, it's a good hoot and holler.
It is. Very wholesome. I guess I'll let you take this next one. This one I'm actually pretty excited for.
Oh yeah, so I was watching the summer. Well, I wasn't watching it, but I was watching FaZe Jev watch the summer Games Fest, and this popped up, and it's this new Power Rangers beat 'em up game. The Power Rangers, what is it called? Oh. Morphin Rangers? Power Rangers? Rita's Rewind.
Rita's Rewind.
Rita.
So, it is done up in a kind of classical arcade beat 'em up style, but the graphics are like modern day detailed pixel art. First off, beat 'em up games are always sick, and Power Rangers games have a special place in my heart because on the Game Boy, I had the Power Rangers. I think it was just called Power Rangers, and it was the platformer. And if you wanted to save your spot, you had to write down a code to enter in next time you wanted to play because it was a great game like that. And it would start you where you ended off. The thing is that this game looks pretty good. I mean, it's a beat 'em up, so it's not like super complex. It doesn't look like. There are some other scenes where you are like almost playing. I want to say Subway Surfers. And like it's much more accurate to say like Star Fox, probably like Star Fox 64, but we'll say Subway Surfers because it's funny. And you're like riding on a highway, you're flying a plane, and you have like lanes. So there are 3D sections, but most of it is 2D beat 'em up. It looks like.
Yeah, I remember. I think there was a beat 'em up Power Rangers game on the Game Boy Color though.
There was. It's
I thought
probably.
we had. I don't remember the name of it, but this game is like literally. It just reminds me of that game. Except obviously like way more intense with the graphics.
I think it's
and
just
stuff
the
like
Mighty
that.
Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, they all had like bobbleheads in the menu. SNES, side-scrolling action game.
Maybe? I don't know.
It is a beat 'em up. It's just side-scrolling. Instead. Anyways, It looks dope. Very nostalgic. I have a special place in my heart for Power Rangers just because even as a kid I thought it was fucking a meme.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember as a kid, there was this one kid in our class. I think we were in the 3rd or 4th grade, and my guy was like, "I like the Power Rangers," and we were like, we like bullied him over it, bro.
Yo.
We're like, "How dare you, bro? That's so dumb, bro.
Fucking get
Power
that
Rangers
kid.
is so dumb, bro."
Let him know.
I was gonna say something a little too spicy for you too.
Oh. Getting us banned.
Then I would go to the Shadow Realm.
Yes. Goodbye, channel. Anyways, Mecha Break. A multiplayer mecha game was released. Very Gundam-esque.
Well, announced.
Yes, sorry. It looks cool. It looks really cool. It looks like a arena fighter.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Armor Core 6.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if it's multiplayer, it's kind of more like Chibi Robo, right? In a way.
Yeah, it definitely. It's like 3D, like custom Robo. It reminds me a lot of what was that shooting game? Oh, like Titanfall, as well. But that's mostly just because there's mechs. But yeah, much more like custom Robo vibes. If y'all haven't played the custom Robo on the GameCube, you should.
Yeah.
It probably didn't age well, but it's cool.
No, it doesn't. I've gone back and I've played it, and stiff controls.
Oof.
You can't skip the dialogue.
Oof.
Like you have to wait for the dialogue to finish. You can't like make it go faster or anything like that. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I'm going to stand by my statement and die on the cell. Alright. Sorry for the loud bang.
It is a classic, though.
It was.
They never made another one after 04, I think.
No.
Or like 08, maybe? I don't know.
No, I don't think it did too well. There was a competitive scene, which I thought was always kind of funny. Remember we watched that video one time of the tournament? It had like 2,000 views.
Yeah, it's like I think it had like 200. Honestly, I don't think it had that many.
It was cool though. This game looks obviously way better, way more modern, and honestly, I kind of want to pick it up. It looks really cool.
Yeah. Let's see how it pans out. I don't think they didn't show like any gameplay, or if they did, they didn't show any like the HUD elements or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we can move on.
Now this is one that you're more versed in. I've never played Civ. right?
Yeah, so Civ 7 coming out. I just re-downloaded Civ 6, 10.6 gigs. Because I'm not a big 4K guy, or however you want to say it. I'm not like a big strategy guy, but I like the Civilization series, especially watching some of the earlier ones, because it has to do with history. It's all based on Earth. I'm not a big fan of like space themes. And, Civ 6 received pretty mid reception after Civ 5 was so loved. And it was mostly because Civ 6 was basically just Civ 5, but they charged you a bit more. So, yeah. I don't know what to expect from this game, but if you like 4K games, they're really cool. And I think it's one of the better ones in the genre. Especially if you like history, historical events, just things like that. They're fantastic for that. I will warn you, they have tons of DLC for it. What?
Is this the game where like you can choose like to be Muhammad Gandhi and like drop nukes on everyone?
Yes. You can be like Abraham Lincoln if you want. It is it's like if you took a strategy game and then threw in like a bunch of random history. My.
Yeah, no, this game
definitely requires
looks like you're managing. Yeah, it looks like you're managing a lot.
Yes, these games, that's why I don't play them too much, because they require someone that's actually smart, unlike me. No, they're they take a lot of time to learn the systems and how they all interact. Like, if I make this many soldiers, how my food supply is going to go down way faster than if it was just citizens, or if I go to war a lot, I have to build more barracks in cities and stuff like that, right? So you kind of have to learn the ins and outs, and what happens if I do X, Y, and Z, and will that lose me the game? Will that win me the game? And the AI in these games are pretty good too. So yeah, it's exciting. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I'm not really a Civ guy, so unless me replaying Civ 6 just hooks me, probably not buying on release. I'll probably wait a year until they charge half price for it, and then maybe I'll get it. But yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, and you can sorry, I was just watching a video, and you can pick different what do you call this? Different religions, I guess, that your civilization will have?
Yes, yeah, you can have them worship all kinds of things.
Interesting. I was just looking at it, and it's plus 20 Catholicism. I was like, what?
Yo. Yeah. It goes on sale a lot, so if you ever want to buy it. I think I got my copy for $20, and it came with all the DLC. Maybe it was 40. Yeah, you want to take over the next one?
Yeah, this, I don't know if, well, I know I played a little bit, but, a new ukulele game, Uka-Replay-ly. This is I think the second one? I don't believe they made it.
It is the second.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if they made another one.
Now, have you played the first one at all?
I think I downloaded it once and maybe played it one time. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes on sale a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely a decent recreation of collectathons that they were trying to do from the N64 era. Huh.
It says relive the adventure. Oh, I think this is just the same game, but it's graphically enhanced. Yeah, looking better than ever. It's the same game, but it looks better.
Oh, I'm not buying this then.
Yeah.
Oh, it is this. it has the same cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So, all right. Well, there you go. That's that. It's an okay game. It's definitely better than when it first came out. I know a lot of people complained about some of the levels feeling empty. Whenever I played it, it seems like they fixed it. They added in like brush and rocks and enemies, so it's not just a walking sim collectathon. So yeah, which is better than the old days, because I've gone back and played Donkey Kong 64, and I can promise you, people are living in a false reality if they think that game was always engaging. A lot of it was going across empty polygons that looked like someone had vomited salad all over the floor, and a lot of just trying to press attack buttons to move faster. So it's still my favorite game of all time, but I stopped playing it to preserve some of the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, no, Donkey Kong 64. It's got some issues, but
It does.
That's what the games of that era had, and I think a lot of people expect more nowadays. And
charming.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that's why people made fun of ukulele whenever it first came out. Mm-hmm. But now I think they're coming to kind of respect it. I think they made changes, right? Or
they did.
They just keep it the same.
So it did start with the whole JonTron thing, if anyone remembers, where he was quoting more extreme right-wing statistics, and he was actually going to voice one of the characters. I think it was going to be the Red Snake guy, and then they had to get rid of him because of all that. And so whenever the game came out, it kind of got brigaded by a lot of the left for even working with JonTron, even though they got rid of it. It's very strange. And I got berated from the right for getting rid of JonTron, so that didn't help. But then also the game was just like a giant empty open space for a lot of it with not a lot of cover. And people were just like, it's cool, but not good.
Wow, so they just made everyone angry, basically.
They did. They couldn't win. They were fucked either way.
By removing him. Oof.
Yeah, and if they left him in, it would have been reversed. The right-wing people would have been probably just mad that they even hesitated, and the left-wing people would be just mad that they even worked with JonTron. So you can't can't win. It's a cool game. If you like platformers, if you like collectathons, I would pick it up. I don't know about this new remake, but the original goes on sale for $5, $6, $7, 3 or 4 times a year I see it. I sometimes on Switch it's even at a discount, so that's very cool.
I think you gifted me the original.
I probably
while it was
did,
on sale one time.
Probably $6.
Yeah,
and
it goes on sale really.
Yeah,
a lot.
But yeah, and then so just continuing on the new games, we got a new idle game from the guy that made Chillquarium. It looks sick, honestly, and it's called Wing Haven. It's essentially just bird Chillquarium. Isn't that the gist?
Yeah, it's pretty much just the bird version of Chillquarium. The prices are the same on the birds as they are on the fish in Chillquarium, so it's basically the same game. It hasn't come out. I don't believe he's come out with a release date either, but
it looks like
I don't know.
Some of the differences
very cute game.
Are that the birds can actually interact with objects that you place, and in Chillquarium it kind of just felt that they could just phase through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, if you place a rock, the bird will perch on it, or in this image, it's a cactus. That's pretty cool.
Why didn't the fish never perch on it? All right.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like is how the objects basically did nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
But yeah, no, it looks pretty cool.
It does.
Pick up Chillquarium while you're at it,
Yep.
In anticipation, baby.
Yeah, I guess we'll move on.
I guess we'll get on to
Last one.
To our last game. This game, it's made by two people, which to me surprises me, but it's called Body Cam. It's a realistic first-person shooter that uses the Unreal Engine, which is why it looks so good. The Unreal 5 engine specifically. I've seen like a demo of there's like a fire and someone was moving an object and the fire would like dynamically move.
Oh shit.
As the object went over it.
It looks crazy real.
Yeah, I mean this is how like most Unreal 5 games look.
Yeah, just like the shaky ADS, the like shaky side. It looks crazy realistic. Fuck.
I think the most interesting thing is that like the whenever you eliminate an enemy, their face is like blurred, like it's body cam footage. So they like blur it up, which I think is really cool.
That is
cool effect.
Fucking cool.
It looks like you can lean and I don't know, like.
At first, I thought it was like airsoft video. Like it looked like those airsoft videos that like kids record with the GoPros.
Yeah, you can like run while you're leaning. Yeah, dude. It looks like it's so fluid that it does look basically like the airsoft videos.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I would look out for any. I don't know if they're having any play tests or anything like that, but
yeah, it looks fucking fantastic.
I guess it's in early access, so you can play now.
Yeah, maybe we will. No, it's $30.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I think we're good to wrap up. What do you think?
Yeah,
boys.
Been a good episode, gamers.
I have been your host.
It's your boy Kirby.
Yes, and a lot of games, right?
A lot of games.
All right, y'all. We appreciate it. We really do. Thanks.
Yep. You have a good day. Peace.